In the next few voice notes, I'm going to talk about my personal connection to some of the Gdolei Yisrael, some Rabbanim, and their connection and yachas and their outlook on Lubavitch and the Rebbe, etc., etc. I already once told over concerning the Yoshe Ber Soloveitchik, the speech that he gave on Yutes Kislev Tovshin Chovtes in Boston, B'negei Lubavitch, B'negei Chassidus, and also that he explained to me the reason why we sit in the Sukkah Shmini Atzeres, which is something that Lubavitch does. I also explained once the story with Harav Mordechai Gifter, what he told my father to tell the Rebbe B'negei his relationship to Lubavitch and the Rebbe, that he holds that the Rebbe is for the Gdolei Yisrael, and somebody, a Bocher in Yeshiva, who once spoke against the Rebbe, he told him to go ask Mechila from the Rebbe, etc., etc. I just want to add B'negei Mordechai Gifter that he spoke at my bar mitzvah. And the last words of his speech was, I remember, he said, "Und der Rebbe soll helfen, soll wachsen in Teire und Yerushalayim und Chabad eich." Hashem should help, you should grow in Teire and Yerushalayim and also in Chabad. Also, I mentioned before Rav Ruderman from Ner Yisrael, who also came to the yeshiva and gave a shir, and he told us over what the Rebbe Rashab told him on Yechidus. I also mentioned in one of the previous voice notes that Rabbi Chadakov once told me on the phone, and the Rebbe was on the line, that he knows for sure that the Satmar Rebbe gave over the Rosh Yeshiva of Satmar Yeshiva at the time when they were making a machlekes with Lubavitch, that they should stop the machlekes with Lubavitch. So I also want to add now also, B'negei the mikveh, even though we know that his shita was that you shouldn't have a mikveh just with a beir al gab a beir, but nevertheless, he said clearly that if there is a beir on the side, but there's also a beir al gab a beir, it's 100% good. Actually, there's a zettel signed by 3 Rabbanim. It was by the Sikhet Rov, this became later the Satmar Rebbe, but he was the Sikhet Rebbe first, and the Nirbat Rebbe and the El Rov, who lived in Miami, saying clearly that he told them clearly that the Beir al Gab Beir doesn't make any chesoron, that it's definitely good if you also have a Beir Menatzad. But I want to add that the El Rov told me that he knows that the Satmar Rebbe in one city, when they were talking about making a mikveh, so he said they should make a Beir Menatzad, but he on his own said to the Balabatim that if there are Lubavitchers in that city, they should also add a Beir al Gab Beir. That this should also be, besides the Beir Menatzad, the mikveh itself should be a Beir al Gab Beir. So we see here the connection that in the outlook they had B'negei and Yonim of Lubavitch and the Rebbe. And in the next voice notes, I will continue about the other Rabbanim.